Hi, my name is Sarah and I'm a teacher working with the Chinese Canadian National Council for Social Justice. In this video series, we will be learning about racism and how it affects the Chinese community, as well as how it affects Black and Indigenous communities too. We will also talk about how we can fight racism together. Be sure to check out our other videos and infographics for more learning. In today's video, we are learning about different types of racism. If you haven't checked out our other video about understanding race and racism, make sure you do. Let's take a look at two different types of racism: individual racism and systemic racism. Most people think that racism is when someone makes a racist comment. We call this individual racism. For example, you may have heard or seen someone making a racist joke or using racial slurs. When someone uses hate speech or commits a hate crime like spitting on someone because of their race or writing racist comments on a wall, these are also examples of individual racism. In these examples, it's pretty obvious that racism is happening. But individual racism doesn't always look or sound like racist comments. Sometimes, racism can come from people who don't mean to hurt you or seem like really nice people. And because of this, it can sometimes be very confusing to know whether something is racist or not. To help you decide, we need to learn about racial microaggressions. Now, microaggressions is a pretty big word, so let's break it down a little bit. Micro means mini or small, and aggression means attack. When we talk about racial microaggressions, we are talking about mini attacks that has something to do with your race. These mini attacks can be questions or comments that don't seem hurtful, but because they happen all the time, they actually hurt a lot, and the pain can last for a really long time. Here are some examples of questions and comments that are microaggressions because they happen all the time. Have you ever heard someone ask, "Where are you from?" or "Where are you really from?" This question is hurtful because just by the way that you look, there is an assumption that you must not be from Canada, or that you must be from a country where you don't speak English or you don't speak French. Another example is when someone says to you, "Oh, wow, you speak really good English." That can be really hurtful because someone is making a judgment about you based on the way you look that you probably don't know English or French because you're not from here. These kinds of questions can make someone feel like they don't belong in Canada. It can make someone embarrassed about their race, their culture, and their ethnicity. Racial microaggressions are an example of individual racism. But racism is a lot more than this. Racism is more than one person's actions. Imagine a machine that has lots of different parts. These parts all work together as a system. Racism also works this way. This is called systemic racism. One part of this system is your school. For example, think about your history class. Whose history have you been taught? When some people's histories are taught and others are left out, this is an example of systemic racism. Another part of the machine is the media. For example, in TV shows and movies, you don't usually see actors or actresses who are Black, Indigenous, or other races. When you do, they usually play the same character. Asian actors or actresses are usually hired to play the nerd or the doctor. But we know that these are stereotypes. In the real world, Asians have many different kinds of jobs. Schools, TV shows, and movies are just a few parts of this system of racism. There are many more parts of the system, like workplaces, hospitals, prisons, and even the government. Systemic racism is everywhere. To understand racism, we have to be able to see it as both individual and systemic. When we can see how racism works in both of these ways, then we can begin to name it, talk to others about it, and learn how to fight against it. In our next video, we will be talking about the impacts of racism. Stay tuned and hope to see you there.